everyone. Welcome to Map My Tutor, where the chemistry becomes simple, scoring, and actually fun. I'm your chemistry guide, Dr. Sugandha, and today we are going to dive into KSET Chemistry PYQs. This is a real game changer for your rank. Remember one thing, if you feel like chemistry is going in a wrong direction, then I am your catalyst over here. Let's start with the questions. The IUPAC name of the given organic compound is. We need to name this compound by IUPAC, what it can be. From C. And both the terminals there is, one is double bond and here it is triple bond. Now from there we will start the numbering. Tell me. See, the trick is whenever we have double bond and triple bond on the end side, we always start numbering from the double end, double bond. Okay? So we will start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So for 6 we use hexa. So it will be hexa. And double bond is on a position 1 and 3. So it will be hexa 1,3 diene. Okay. And triple bond is on 5th position. So it will be 5-ine. Of this diene, we will not write this E because it is start from Y. Okay. So the answer is hexa 1,3-diene 5-ine. This is the right answer. So please remember, whenever there is a double bond and triple bond on the terminal position, we always start numbering from the double bond side. Okay. Among the following, identify the compound that is not an isomer of hexane. See the number of carbon in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is right. It is a isomer of hexane. So this can't be the answer. See the next. It is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But here the molecular formula of this structure is C6H12. And we know for hexane the molecular formula is C6H14. So this can't be the isomer of hexane. Okay. Here you can see from the other option as well. This is an isomer of hexane. This is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can write hexane in this way. So this is the right answer. This is not an isomer of hexane. Okay. Because the molecular formula is different. Fine. Let's move to the next question. The organic compound, this can be classified as benzyl halide, aryl halide, alkyl halide or alidic halide. Let's see, if we remove chlorine from this, we will get this position. This is CH, CH3 and CH3. And this position is known as benzylic position. This is known as benzylic. So this is known as benzylic. This is benzylic halide. So A is the right answer, benzylic halide, because this position is known as benzylic position. Okay. Benzene with CH2 is known as benzylic position. Okay. So this is benzyl halide. Chlorobenzene reacts with bromine gas in the presence of anhydrous AlBr3 aluminum bromide to yield para-bromochlorobenzene. This reaction is classified as either this reaction is nucleophilic substitution reaction, electrophilic substitution reaction, addition reaction or elimination reaction. Let's find out. Chlorobenzene. This is chlorobenzene. When it reacts with bromine gas, what will happen? It will give para-bromochlorobenzene. Okay. So see, what will you say? See here, this bromine will react with aluminum bromide and forms Br positive and AlBr4 negative. Okay. So this Br positive will act as a electrophile and attack at the para position. This chlorine is electron withdrawing in nature and affects, here comes minus M effect, and chlorine is ortho and para directing. So here bromine comes at the para position preferably. Okay, so this is para bromochlorobenzene and this bromine is acting as a electrophile. So this reaction is electrophilic substitution reaction because we are substitute bromo that is acting as an electrophile at the para position. So this is electrophilic substitution reaction. Okay, so B is the right answer. The organometallic compound, this on reaction with D2O, what will happen? See, this is CH3, 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 MgBr. I hope you must know that RMgX, this compound is known as Grignard reagent. And this is a type of Grignard reagent only, right? This is R, this is Mg, and this is X. So this is Grignard reagent. And when we react with D2O, what will happen? See, this Mg is positive and this carbon is negative. So from here, D, OD, D is positive, OD is negative. So this D will attack here at the carbon where this carbon is acting as a nucleophilic position. So the answer will be C, CH3, this CH3, CH3 and D plus Mg, Br and OD. So this is our answer. Where it is? C at the third position, C option, CH33CD. So this is the right answer. Okay. The major product formed when 1-bromo-3-chloro-cyclobutane reacts with metallic sodium in a dry ether. What will happen? 1-bromo-3-chloro-cyclobutane. This is a cyclobutane. 1-bromo and 3-chloro. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the third position. Chlorine over here. This is our reactant. He is saying what will happen when we react this with metallic sodium in a dry ether. Sodium in a dry ether. This is a very famous name reaction. We use sodium in a dry ether in which reaction? Which name reaction is this? This is Wurtz reaction. Wurtz reaction. Wurtz reaction is when we react 2Rx, it will give in a sodium dry ether, it will give this RR. Alkene will form. So similar will happen in this reaction. These two, chlorine and bromine, will remove and the product comes out to be this. This is known as intramolecular Wurtz reaction. So this B option is similar to this, right? This is the right answer. Okay. So this reaction is known as intramolecular Wurtz reaction. These reactions are very important. Ethyl alcohol is heated with concentrated sulfuric acid at 413 Kelvin. The major product formed is ethyl alcohol. What is the formula for this? CH3CH2OH. Write it 2 times, CH3CH2OH. And when we heat it with concentrated sulfuric acid at 413 Kelvin, water molecule will remove on heating. Okay, minus water. So we will get the ether CH3, CH2O, CH2 and CH3. So this is our answer. Let's see. This C2H5O, C2H5. Okay, this is our answer. So on heating ethyl alcohol or any alcohol at a high temperature in the presence of a concentrated sulfuric acid, we will get ether. Okay. Phenol can be distinguished from propanol by using which reagent? This is very famous. This is with the help of a bromine water. Bromine water. What bromine water will do? This bromine water used for the test for unsaturation. Unsaturation compounds or the special compounds such as phenol is also. Okay. Unsaturation means double bond or triple bond containing compounds. Okay. So, in this phenol, structure of phenol is this, right? Fit benzene ring and OH. And propanol, it is linear CH3, CH2, CH2OH. So, this is saturated compound and this contains unsaturation. So, with the help of a bromine water, we can distinguish a saturated and an unsaturated compound very easily. So, phenol can be distinguished by bromine water and gives a white precipitate. And brown color of bromine will get disappear. Okay. So, bromine water helps in distinguishing phenol and propanol. Okay. So, this D is the right answer. Let's start with the 24th question, that is match the following with their pKa values. See, in the question we have given 4 acid and their pKa values. Now we know that acidic strength is inversely proportional to pH and pKa. Higher the acidity of a compound, smaller will be their pH and pKa values. Okay. First, let's see the structure of these compounds. It is given phenol, paranitrophenol, ethyl alcohol, CH3, CH2OH, and picric acid. You know, picric acid is very explosive when it is present in a dry form. And this is the structure of picric acid. It has a foul smell and very acidic in nature. Picric acid is the most acidic in nature out of these 4. How? See, NO2 is a strong electron withdrawing group and 3 NO2 groups are present here and they will pull the electron from this bond, from this OH. Okay, they will pull the electrons and this H positive can be released very easily, and that's why this picric acid is the most acidic. Next, in this compound also one NO2 group is present, so it will also pull the electrons. So in priority, this is the most acidic. Then this, and then out of phenol and propanol, this phenol is more acidic as compared to this ethanol. Okay, so this is the priority order. Due to the presence of electron withdrawing group, it is the most acidic. Okay, and see, if this is the most acidic picric acid, its pK value will be the least one. So, picric acid match with B, whose value is 0.78. Is there any option with 4 with B? All this A and D options are there. So, we can remove this B and C, right? Next is paranitrophenol. Paranitrophenol will go with this D. So, this is again in both the options. Next is, third is phenol. Phenol will be 10. So, 1 with C. 1 with C. So, D is the right answer. And ethyl alcohol has the highest pK value, that is 16. So, quote with B. So, D is the right answer. So, please remember that picric acid is one of the most strongest acid because of the 3 nitro groups present in it. Okay. And acidic strength is inversely proportional to their pK values. See, in this question, a reaction is given in which this group reacts with HI. What will be the A and B will form? CH3, CH3 and OCH3. Here, either it can be this I reacts with this part or form this. See how it will happen. You will break this bond, carbocation comes here, this will form a carbocation and this will come like this. Because oxygen is more electronegative, negative charge comes on oxygen and here positive charge comes on carbon. So it will break from here. See, and this carbocation, in carbocation, tertiary carbocation is the most stable. So this is a tertiary carbocation. Tertiary, then secondary, then primary for the stability, right? And so this tertiary carbocation is more stable. So in this case, it will happen like this. C, CH3, 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 and then I will come here and it comes like CH3OH. Because this H is positive, I is negative, this negative parts comes and attack on this carbocation and form this molecule. This 3 tertiary group and then with a iodine and CH3OH alcohol. Let's see where the option matches. So, see in the first option, it is CH3I and this OH. So, it is not a right answer. I and CH2OH. So, this is the right answer. Okay. Because we know that this tertiary carbocation is the most stable out of these and one will break from here. Oxygen will carry a negative charge and carbon will carry a positive charge. Okay. Next is oxidation of toluene with chromyl chloride followed by hydrolysis gives benzaldehyde. This is a very famous reaction. Very famous reaction of chapter aldehyde, ketone and carboxylic acid. It mostly comes in all the exams. So you must know this reaction. This reaction is known as Itard reaction. Let's see what with this reaction says that when toluene, this is a toluene, reacts with chromyl chloride CrO2Cl2 in the presence of this methane, dimethane, CH2, what it will form? It is CHOCrOHCN2. This intermediate will form and then convert it into benzaldehyde. Okay, benzaldehyde. This is known as Itard reaction and a very famous reaction. Okay. Statement 1. Here we need to tell which is the right statement. Out of these two or both are correct. Statement 1 says reduction of ester by di-BLH followed by hydrolysis give aldehyde. Yes, this is true. This di-BLH is a reducing agent. And this reducing agent do reduction of ester into aldehyde under controlled condition. Okay, under minus 78 degrees Celsius under controlled condition, it converts ester into aldehyde. So this is a right statement. Statement 2 says oxidation of benzyl alcohol with aqueous KMnO4 lead to the formation of benzaldehyde. No, this is not right. When we react benzyl alcohol with permanganate, potassium permanganate, it will give benzoic acid, not benzaldehyde. So the statement 1 is right, but statement 2 is false. So statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. So A is the right answer. Okay. Arrange the following compounds in their decreasing order of reactivity towards nucleophilic addition reaction. We need to arrange these 3 compounds according to the nucleophilic addition reaction. See, CH3 CH double bond O. Nucleophile attacks better when we have an electron deficient compound. Okay. More the compound is electron deficient, more is the reactivity of a nucleophile on it. So in this case, we have 3 options: CH3, C double bond O CH3 and CH3, C double bond O C2H5. These are the options. We have to arrange these. See, in this case, there is only one donor. CH3 is a electron donating group. Here, 2 electron donating groups are there. And here also 2 electron donating groups are there. So, out of these 3, here only 1 electron donating group. So, the deficiency. So, out of these 3, this carbocation is electron deficient. So, nucleophile will attack here first. Okay. So, in decreasing order, first will come this CH3CHO. And while in this, 2 electron donating groups are present. So, the electron deficiency of this compound is decreased because 2 groups are already donating this carbon. So, it will be electron rich. Why nucleophile will attack on a carbon which is already electron rich? It is not electron deficient anymore. So, its order of reactivity is lesser as compared to the aldehyde. And here, 2 electron donating groups are present. Apart from that, this C2H5 will do steric hindrance. Okay. So, when we arrange this CH3CHO will come first Then second is acetone and the third is CH3 C double bond O C2H5 will come. I hope you understood that as many number of electron donating groups are present, nucleophile will attack slow because nucleophile is electron rich and it tries to attack on that carbon which is electron deficient. So out of these three, this acetaldehyde is the most electron deficient carbon. In this carbonyl is most electron deficient, so nucleophile will attack here. Which of the following has most acidic hydrogen? In all these options, we have to find out the most acidic hydrogen. Okay. So, when dichloroacetic acid, this is dichloroacetic acid, two electron withdrawing groups are present. Okay, let's compare by drawing all the structures. Trichloroacetic acid, here three electron withdrawing groups are present. Chloroacetic acid and propanoic acid. See, here low electron withdrawing group is present. Here 1, here 2 and here 3 electron withdrawing groups are present. So when more the number of electron withdrawing groups are present, this H can easily be removed. So it is the most acidic hydrogen because it can easily remove due to the presence of the electron withdrawing groups. So out of these three, trichloroacetic acid gives the most acidic hydrogen. 30th question. Which of the following reagents are suitable to differentiate aniline N and methyl aniline chemical? This is very famous test known as carbalamine test, where we can differentiate aniline, that is primary amine, and N-methyl aniline, that is a secondary amine. Okay. This carbalamine test, with the help of a carbalamine test, we can differentiate, which includes reagent chloroform and alcoholic potassium KOH. What this do? Chloroform and alcoholic KOH. This is chloroform and alcoholic KOH when reacts with primary amine, it will give isocyanide group, which has a foul smell. So it clearly differentiates the primary amine with secondary or tertiary amine. Secondary or tertiary amine will not give this test. Only primary amine will give the carbalamine test. So in this way, we can differentiate primary amine with a secondary amine, that is aniline and methyl aniline, with the help of a carbalamine test, that is chloroform and alcoholic potassium KOH.